Welcome back to part 2, where we look at some more details on our 300 and begin to understand what it's going to take to get it back on the rails. It needs a new link coupler attached. Needs cleaned up, of course, yeah, it's kind of fun to, at least I think it's fun to kind of figure that stuff out. This one is in pretty tired shape. I have yet to put any power to it, so we'll do that here in just a second and see what happens. We've got issues going on here. I don't know why someone put an extra washer there, so I don't know what's going to happen when I take that apart. Let's go ahead and check the wheel treads to see. Yep, that one's loose. That one's loose and it's got a gouge out of it. Is this one's loose? Is this one loose? Well, even if it isn't, the insulator's cracked and broken there, so I'm going to need to replace the insulator. So pretty much this is going to need to be fully worked on. And what's cool, and I can't show you this right now because the wheels are in the way, but once I pull the wheels off, we're going to see that this frame has actually got brass bushings in it. That's something else they did with the very early Flyers, which is really cool. I wish they would have continued that because if you ever get sloppy axles, then you just pull the bushings out, put new ones in, and you're good to go. Another thing that's indicative of these really early engines is the type of brush holder they have. We have springs back here. Not the right screwdriver. Never can find the right screwdriver. Let's try this one. So instead of brush holders, they used, I don't know if I can be successful in grabbing this or not, but you can see it's just got a little hook in it, and that pushed against the brush, and there's just a spring there, and that's how they did the first engines. I don't know if this is a carryover from pre-war. My guess is it is. As we learned in the video series, the armatures were carried over, so it's conceivable that the brush plate assembly was also. So what else can we look at here? I'm looking at the fingers. I was told by someone that knows a lot more about Flyer than I do recently that sometimes you come across early engines that actually the finger strips are black, and these are not. So I don't know. The copper's real thin on them, so I think they're original, but this one's really dark, so it may be one of the black ones down here, and maybe this one got replaced. It's hard to know. But interesting stuff, and let's go ahead before I turn the camera off and get busy working on this. Let's just put some power to it and see if anything happens. Hey, look at that. We've got a light bulb this time. Okay, now I'm going to help the fingers a little bit just in case they are not touching things like we want them to. I hear humming, but I think, yeah, that's here in the reverse unit, so it's not in the motor, unfortunately. All right, well, that was fun to try. I couldn't tell if maybe the armature was bad or not, and so I went and grabbed my CRC. I put a tiny amount back here, just, again, who knows what shape the brushes are and the armature face, or commutator face, I should say, and then I put just a tiny bit on the barrel here. Again, this is not a permanent, it's just to try and get something to happen. And what was pleasantly surprised is it did actually spring to life. So this tells me a couple things. It tells me the wiring's good. It tells me the armature's good in terms of, not shorted to ground. But obviously there's a lot of cleaning needs to happen, and I've got wheel spinning here and the tread's not spinning, so as we already discussed, there's work to be done. But something I like to do when I'm starting a project like this is to just do what I just did in front of the camera for you guys, and that is to kind of get some idea of what am I working with here, because if you get no power, you get no activity anywhere, how bad a shape is it? What is so cool though is typically these really old flyer engines, again, this is from 1946. Obviously it's been neglected. This thing is all rusty, so who knows where it was stored, who knows how long it's been since it ran. But here it springs to life. So that's one of the things I really appreciate about Flyer. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off and get some work done on this, and I'll bring you back later when I've got some more interesting things to report.